example one for the buyer of goods one, B takes from the secured party because the secured party didn't perfect, and the secured party will take, a buyer will take over a secured party if they're not perfected, even if they're not a buyer in the ordinary course of business. I said that kind of weird. If the secured party had been perfected and it was just a purchaser, not ordinary course of business, secured party would have taken. Secured party wasn't perfected, so buyer takes.
Okay. Wait, so you're saying the secured party wins?
Yeah. No. In this one, B wins because he secured party didn't perfect.
Didn't perfect prior to B receiving the goods. Right?
Right.
So it has to it has to perfect prior to the buyer's prior to delivery.
Mm-hmm. And in the second one, you can see that because here SP perfects before B takes delivery of the goods.
Right. So SP wins.
Yeah.
So that's pretty easy. So even if it's like a buyer in the ordinary course of business, or any buyer in ordinary course of business or not, you have to perfect prior to the.
No, buyer in the ordinary course of business is different.
Okay.
We're going to get to it here. Yeah, in the next example, you can see XP took and perfected, B took in the ordinary course of business,
Yeah.
and he still had priority.
Yeah. Because biocubs have special privileges, right?
Yeah.
So in example one, it's because even though he didn't attach properly, SP1 filed first.
I want to see. Hold on. I want to write this one out because I kind of don't get it.
Okay.
Oh, I get it. I'm sorry, I do. Because he attached later, but he perfected before, and it's first to file and perfect, I see. Sorry.
No, actually, I think SP1 perfected. Look there, thereby causing he perfected on 6:10, but he filed on 6:1. So he filed but didn't perfect or attach.
Correct. So it's first to file or perfect.
Yeah.
So
even if you don't attach properly, filing works.
Right,
okay.
That's the one thing I'm kind of worried. I need to catch myself because I think I automatically assume filing is perfecting. So like I would have explained it.
Yeah.
I would have said he perfected first, but that's not actually the case. He filed first. Yeah, I see on this one, SP1 attached, but he didn't perfect. On 6.5, when he attached and he perfected by taking possession of collateral, even though he didn't have a written security agreement.
So I think, but the important thing about this is it doesn't matter who has knowledge of what. He says so he knew about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to write that down just because I can throw you off.
With the inventory thing, the PMSI inventory thing where it's all those rules, is that just... That is when, so if you were going to make a PMSI inventory, you have to give notice to the other person beforehand, basically is what that's saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that they know they would lose a priority.
So I was trying to make a rule for that PMSI. So you have to perfect before delivery. Do you think it's like 3 elements?
I have 4.
Okay, so perfect prior to delivery. I have to give advance notice.
Okay, this is what I have. To perfect, you have to file by the time the debtor receives possession. The PMSI creditor has to send an authenticated notification to the holders of a conflicting security interest.
That's the notice requirement,
Yes.
right? Okay.
The conflicting creditor has to receive the notification before the debtor receives possession of the inventory. And the notification states that the creditor sending the notification has or expects to acquire a PMSI in the inventory of the debtor and describes the inventory.
Yeah, I think I merged the authentication and that last one together.
It sounds like you're sending a security agreement to the other party, is what it sounds like in my head.
You're sending a...
It's notice, but it sounds like you're sending a financing statement or a security
Yeah, okay,
agreement
that's
to
funny.
To the other party.
It's effective creditors. I'm worried now. I'm worried that I'm not worried.
You'll be fine.
When he said to everyone, he was like, if you're graduating, don't worry about it. I want to be like, do you know I'm graduating? Just so you know, I'm graduating.
There's only like 1, 2 on our class, right?
I think.
No, there's a couple who sit in the back. There's the Sonny.
I knew Sonny.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
he's a good student though.
I would truly die if this last semester. Oh my god.
No, don't worry. I'll be okay. That was well. Anyway, I'm sure you'll be just fine. He said if you get the lingo, he won't fail you.
Are you taking a bar prep class?
Yes.
Are you which one?
Barbara.
I made a schedule. I'm kind of confused as to what they told us. Like, on the one hand, they're going to give us homework every day that we're supposed to do, like our personal study plan, but we also need to be doing more. But I watched a video on Barbary that was explaining it, and they're like, we're going to give you you're going to have 8 to 10 hours of work every day, like including the lecture plus the stuff they give you.
Right.
So I'm like, so is the additional studying they're telling us to do, like, in addition to that? Because y'all are all telling us don't go over 8 hours of work, but this is already turning into 12.
Yeah. I don't know. But they schedule in breaks in there too, I guess, because like those videos have.
Oh, does that 8 hours include breaks?
I think
Yeah, it does.
No way. Okay.
Because the lecture videos have built-in like 10-minute breaks in between each video.
Yeah.
I mean, if you studied nonstop for 8 hours, you would kill yourself.
Yeah. No, that I thought it was 8 hours in total, not including breaks.
And then it's like.
So it would be like 12 hours.
I
but
made a schedule for myself, and I included breaks in it and stuff. But I'm really bad at MPTs, so I purposely made it where I come in at 7:30 and I do an MPT every day, or I would do different MPT and then a P&E, just to get better at them. But like I need to do that.
Yeah, I need to do an MPT at least once or twice a week. Because I'm alright at them, I'm not there.
Yeah, I'm not at passing by any means. And a lot of times for me, if I practice them a lot in a row, I can start getting okay at them, but it's like a complete crapshoot if I'm good or not. Like, it could be one MPT where I get it, and I get it done, and it's perfect. And the next one, very next one, it's like, I don't get this one, not good at it.
Especially if it's not a memo.
Yeah.
Like that first MPT and preparing for the bar, it was like a demand letter, and my grader's like, "You're being too nice." And I was like, "I'm sorry."
It was a memo in the test, right?
It was a memo.
yeah, memorandum. Yeah.
Okay.
It was like it asked for your opinion in there too. Like, what do you think we need to add or something like that to strengthen the argument?
Oh, well, we had another one that was like that too. It was like a criminal thing. It's like, what further evidence do you think we need to look into?
Yeah, I remember that.
So I figured that type of stuff is going to be common. What did you guys put, Alicia? Did you put anything?
I put that.
What kind of agency did you say it was? Did you say it was a paying one or a non-paying one?
I think it's supposed to be a paying one. I didn't get to that though because I ran out of time.
I couldn't decide. First, I pre-made a thing on it. I just followed the statutes, basically. That's what my grader told me to do. And I got stuck there. I was like, obviously this is an agency, but we need to know what kind of agency. They're not paid. And then I kept going back and forth. I said they were paid. Then I started looking at it again. I was like, I don't think they're paid.
The reason why I think it's paid because we had that MPT 1 year in our LAW class, and I did the wrong one, and I think I said they were gratuitous. Pretty soon.
I mean, I couldn't decide. At first I was like, they're paid. Like, they may not be paid, but they're paid. But then it said something in the rule about, like, specifically about, like, payments. And in this case, like, they were not paid by him. So I changed it back and I said, like, although they get benefits, they're not directly paid by him. That's what the statute says. And then I moved on to the next thing and I talked about it.
I just skipped over it because I knew it was going to throw me off because the whole time I was thinking, I got this wrong, so it, like, threw off my whole concentration.
I finished it as...
I said they could strengthen the argument by showing evidence that he should have known it was in a bad neighborhood. Like, it was through observation and stuff.
And the fact that it was a cop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I put that too. I'm sure that's something they were looking for, actually.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, no worries. No, it's good. It's good to talk to you. Where were we?
We're on...
I think did we just finish this?
We did perfected security. We were on secured party versus secured party. Example 1. Oh, no, we didn't. I'm sorry. We did that.
We did example 2. So he won, and it doesn't matter about knowledge, right?
Right.
Okay. That would be probably something, okay, for a short answer. Might be good to mention.
I did this one pretty in detail. This one, they go by the name of the debtor. So that's
For
why,
number 2.
that's not hard. Like, that's why you have to have the name of the debtor correct, because they're going to be looking that up.
But what if you change? How many days?
If you change, if you change when it is perfected, you are fine. If you change within the first 4 months after perfection, you're still fine. I'm sorry, let me take that. Yeah, that's right? If you no, backwards. I'm sorry. If you perfect at the time they change the name, you're fine. If you perfect within the time, within 4 months after they change the name, you're fine. But if you perfect after 4 months after they change the name, you're not fine and you need to refile it. So, for example, say you have someone that has a future after acquired clause in their thing. We did a thing on this in preparing for the bar, and they perfect in something when their name is one thing, and then they change their name, and they perfect in another thing 2 months after the name change. That new stuff is
okay.
fine. But if after, like, say they get another set of stuff and they try to perfect after 5 months, they're not okay. They need to reach filing statement for that stuff.
You need to refile.
Yeah. That 4 months is like a grace period to get your refinancing statement together. Seems like 4 months and 20 days is like a good guess on grace period.
Yeah, pretty much on anything.
So what do you just have to notify the Secretary of State?
You have to refile with a new name.
Okay.
Is there like...
Wait, so you just have to refile for both?
Only for the new stuff.
Yeah.
Like, all that old stuff, it's fine. But after 4 months, like I was saying, you get all the stuff from previously, it's going to be perfected on that old security agreement. It's going to stay. You just have for that new stuff, before you can perfect and everything, you got to file a new financing statement with that stuff and say from now on and after.
Okay.
Do you have to do a new security agreement though? Because the security agreement's going to have the name wrong.
I think so, yeah.
You do? Okay. So you have to do a new security agreement and a new filing statement. Financing statement. I've only heard about the financing statement.
I think it might just be the financing statement because it's just notice. You're
Right.
not getting a loan.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. The financing statement.
So for 3, I wonder what line notes say for this.
Number 2. Initial financing statement and financing statement. Does this matter, you think?
I mean, it
Let me read
can't
this. The
hurt.
record must be retrievable by using the name of the debtor and the file number assigned to the initial financing statement, which reports or relates to the name of the debtor filed in the filing office of blah blah blah. By using the filing number assigned to the initial financing statement, the record.
Yeah, so what I wrote.
Just trying to get stuff ridiculous. What'd you write?
Initial financing statement means the one document where the unique identifying number was associated with financing records. Yeah. Financing statement means a record or records composed of an initial financing statement and any field record relating to the initial. Okay. Okay.
Does the security interest remain unperfected until the information in the initial financing statement is indexed into the filing system? No, it's perfected upon delivery to the people. Communication of a record. Okay, we should probably know that one.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of just an elements thing, right?
Send a written or other tangible record to transmit by
Transmit.
any means agreed upon by the sender and receiving, or most importantly, in the case of transmission of a record to a filing office, to transmit a record by any means described by the filing office rule. And if it doesn't work, if for some reason you do actually deliberate or you actually communicate to them, if they don't receive it for some reason on their end, it's still considered perfected.
Yeah.
Well, what if it's a fault on? I'm trying to think of a reason it would be a fault maybe on your end, like you
You didn't
sent-
follow the agreed upon standard.
Okay.
Maybe if you said, like, we're only going to do fax and you send it by email or something.
Okay.
Do you think that's reasonable?
What I was thinking is something like, you go in there and you give it to someone, and they say, "Oh yeah, I'll take this, I'll get it to them," and they are not like a person that would want to take that, and then it never gets there. I don't think he's going to go into that kind of detail. I think if you communicated to them, he's going to say something about they took it to the office and sent it to them.
Yeah.
But you could say that. You could easily argue it's not. What you just said is fine, I think.
Okay. I think I need a charger. Put my computer on the charger.
Is the career services open?
For coffee?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you can go look. Or well, actually,
you want this down?
Yeah, oh yeah. Could I? Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. I just want to put this here. Okay. There's a coffee machine, I think, in the by the vending machines.
Oh yeah, there is.
None of them. There's also caffeine drinks like tea and stuff. Alrighty. You can use these chairs are way more comfortable than the downstairs ones. Okay. Okay, the number 5 seems, the record is not communicated by method or medium communication. Authorized, the amount equal or greater than the applicable filing fee is not tendered, or the filing office is unable to index the record. Okay, that makes sense.
No, it must be
Yes,
which contained, yeah. In initial filings, it's no, only those that can only not accept things under 516B. An initial filing statement improperly refused is affected as filed as a file of record, except against a purchaser in the collateral, which gives the value in reasonable reliance upon the absence of the record from the files.
So I have something in my notes about being a bankruptcy trustee or lien creditor in this case.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so even if it's not filed and they refuse it improperly.
If they refuse it improperly, it will still be considered perfected, and so it'll beat a lien creditor if the lien comes later. The only person they won't beat is a purchaser.
Okay. Like a BioCob or?
No, I think just a regular purchaser. What happened to your keyboard?
Hold on, sorry. And not a BioCob. Oh boy, is the internet not working? That's not good.
They just have to give reasonable reliance upon the absence of the record files.
Yo, look, it's just a cover. My keyboard's actually fine. I try to take good care of it. So, everyone asks me that. I guess it looks really weird, right?
It just looks like I've never, yeah.
So, but what happened with my other keyboard, like keys were popping, it was kind of old, so I'd been using it, and I kind of type hard.
Yeah.
So, that was a little piece of paper.
How will they learn? The office will communicate that it was rejected or accepted.